All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's personal development lesson. I am your host, Joel Dunn. This one is going to be epic. It's becoming a theme lately, this whole topic and conversation. It's one of the things that I've been really trying to dig into the whole thought process of discipline and accountability and guys, this one on mastering self-discipline should be great. So make sure you're taking notes. You've got everything in front of you right now. Make sure you're tagging somebody on your team, somebody you know that needs to be watching this, because when you master self-discipline, everything else follows. So, how do we build consistent habits, resist the distractions, and follow through on our goals, even when motivation fades? Because you guys know I talk about this all the time. Motivation is useless. You need to have discipline in order to accomplish your goals. So, why do so many people start strong and then many people rarely ever finish? It's because they depend on emotion and motivation instead of mastering habits and self discipline. Here's the truth: motivation will get you going, but discipline gets you the result. If you want to be uncommon, if you want to win in business, relationships, health, and even finding your purpose, you must train the skills of discipline like your future depends on it, because it does. So here's the thing: how do I stay consistent when I don't feel like it? You need to build identity based habits. When your habits reflect who you believe you are, consistency becomes automatic. Instead of saying things like, I'm trying to be more disciplined, use I am statements. I am a disciplined person. I show up. I am following through. I am completing. These are the things that you need to do in order to train your brain on consistency and discipline so that it becomes automatic for you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down, I am the kind of person who blank. What is the kind of person you want to be? Write that down in the blank. Then act like it's already true. You don't rise to your goals, guys. You fall to your systems that maintain your standard. All right, question number two: why do I keep getting distracted or derailed? Well, here's why: because your environment is more than likely working against you, not for you. Because honestly, I know in myself, willpower is weak. It's one of those things that, unless it is ingrained into who you are, more than likely you're going to put it off until tomorrow. And that's because your environment is everything. The most disciplined people aren't necessarily stronger, they just make fewer decisions. They make everything around them easy to make the right decision, to take the right action. So audit your environment. What is stealing your focus? What triggers your distractions? What could you automate, remove, or relocate in order to get you closer to what you're trying to do? Then redesign it so it's easier to win than to lose and go backwards. Remember, you create better systems so that when eventually you fall, your systems will continue to push you forward towards what it is you're trying to accomplish. Oh, here's a great one. How do I deal with people, opportunities, or temptations that pull me off track? Guys, you have to learn to say no, and more importantly, say no with zero guilt. Every yes to the wrong thing is a no to your goal, to your dream, to your purpose. Discipline isn't just about doing the right things, it's about eliminating the wrong things. So say no to one thing this week that doesn't align with your vision of where you want to go and what you want to do. And practice it out loud without apology. Get good at saying no. Remember, your boundaries are the walls that protect your greatness. They allow you to protect yourself from the things that are going to take you in the wrong direction. They're the things that are going to hijack your greatness. So, your no's, your boundaries, they're going to protect that greatness. How do I stay disciplined when life gets chaotic? Um, Anybody else have a chaotic life? I don't think chaotic life really means something because life is chaotic. It's not like you don't have a chaotic life. It's always going to be chaotic. Things are going to pop up. So again, what do we need to do? We need to design systems that run even when life doesn't. Because discipline is not about being perfect, it's about building routines and habits that withstand exterior pressure, the things of life that come in. Winners don't rely on hope, they run on systems. So make sure you look at your systems and make sure that they're designed to keep you going. So pick one key area. Is it going to be health, business, relationship, and build a simple, repeatable routine? So think about this. We talk about it all the time. Your daily morning routine. What is that non-negotiable? Maybe it's a weekly reflection or goal checkup. Maybe you create a habit tracker, or you look at a way to have accountability partner that you check in with. Consistency doesn't come from intensity, it comes from rhythm. Also, how do I keep going when results are slow or motivation dies? Again, guys, this goes back to making sure that you have habits and discipline because motivation will eventually die. So, what do you have to do? You have to fall in love with the process. You won't always feel inspired. In fact, I don't always feel inspired. But guess what? I always stay in motion, and you can too. Because discipline is about becoming, not just achieving. Again, we talk about this when people create the habits to become a millionaire. Like, I want every single one of you to become a millionaire, not just because of the $1 million, the good that you will do with giving at that level of income, but because of the person that you have to become in order to be able to do that. So today, write this somewhere that you'll see it. I am committed to the process, not just the prize. I'm going to say that again. I am committed to the process, not just the prize. Then show up again, especially when it's hard. So, what are the things that we're going to do this week? We're going to build an identity based habit. We're going to make sure that we align our environment with what we're trying to do and accomplish. We're going to learn to say no with zero guilt. We're going to create systems that run even when life doesn't. And we're going to fall in love with the process. These are some of the ways that you can master self discipline. What separates people who live a life of impact from those who just coast through life? I know I hear you all yelling at me. It's obviously discipline because that's what we're talking about today. Because motivation fades, hype dies, but if you master self discipline, you become the kind of person who finishes what they start and wins when it matters. So, guys, choose one discipline you're going to commit to this week. Just one. You don't have to have a whole slew of them. I want you to pick just one, track it, stick to it, and don't wait for perfect conditions. Build your discipline now so that your habits and your systems can carry you in the future. Guys, go out and make it an amazing day. I hope your day is as awesome as you are.